Thanks for coming to the Twisted Granny Tarot channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is the channel that uses a horoscope diagram. Oh yeah, as a diagram to read cards. The horoscope diagram is a circle with 12 slices of sly in it, pieces of pie in it, slices of pie in it. And each of one of these slices is labeled with a category. Your money, your home, your recreation, your marriage, your career. Those are important topics. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay the cards out in that shape, and I'm going to talk about them because I'm going to be, did you see that? I'm going to be downloading. They're anxious, okay? All right, first though, my friend Link publishes a calendar called Year in a Day, and he likes to study antiquity. So I have labeled a couple of events that occur in the month of March of 2026, or that have occurred in ancient times. Well, and one of them is on March the 18th. Now, this is after St. Paddy's Day. It says the Irish feast of Sheela na gig. Now, I can't show you the picture that's on this, but you need to go to Google and you need to look up Sheela na gig, SHEELA-NA-GIG. And I'm going to let you read about it. Okay? Now, it's also on this date is Jacques de Molay, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar, who is burned alive by the Inquisition in 1314. Now, I don't know a thing about that, but that sure has given me pause for thought. I think I might look that up myself when I get finished here with these readings. Okay, so that's that. Now, this is a deck card. It's very well used, so I won't be needing my cheat sheet. It's the Robin Waite deck. No, the Robin Wood deck. Sorry, Robin Wood deck. That's the name of the artist, I think. And it's a very popular deck. It's very pretty. So, all right, we're going to start, first of all, with the first house for month of March for Taurus. And the first house is labeled what you're thinking about right around now. Oh, you're thinking about work. You're thinking about things this is what's on your mind. What else? Well, it might be, what else can go wrong? It might be, wow, I am so depressed over so-and-so, and I'm so sad over the political situation going on, thither and yon, okay? And so you're kind of overburdened by situations you have no control over, okay? And see, they're picking up messages too. Okay, second house is your money. Does that look good to you? This is not a happy card. However, it is a card of someone who, well, you know what? You like security. Taurans like security. They like beautiful things, and they like a savings account because it's insurance. Oh, what am I doing? It's insurance against the boogeyman or the wolves at the door. And what this guy's doing looks to me like he's saving every ding-dong dime he gets. So this could be your state of mind because of the insecure future. It's an insecure future. We don't know what's going to happen. So this is a topic on your mind. Lack of money. You want to make sure you have enough. Okay, third house is, your communications. Now, some things, this is a card of unrealistic expectations. So, kind folks out there, if this money situation and this political situation is on your list of things to fret over and to be concerned about, you got to stop it. Because most of the things you think about are not going to happen in that category. Most of the things you're afraid of are not going to happen to you ever. We're still all afraid of them, and we want to ward off. Oh, how can I do it? Stay away, bad things, that kind of thing. So it would be helpful if you could change the subject. Now, I don't know if you've ever thought of this, but some people use a little rubber band trick. And if you think about something that bothers you, you snap the rubber band and change the subject because you're going to remember that sting. Ding! And frankly, that's worked for me on a number of occasions, on a number of events. So try to calm your mind and do not think about those because you don't have any control over anyone. It's just stuff to talk about that gets you upset.
Oh, then.
Which is how the TV stations sell ads around them. That's all they talk about. Okay, 4th house is your home. Taurus, what's going on? Why does this look like this? Somebody stabbed you in the back. Or B, you stabbed somebody else in the back. Or C, you can't stand living at this house anymore? What is going on at your house that makes you feel unwanted, unloved, unable to cope? I don't know what that is. Only you know what that is. There's something going on at home that leaves you incredibly depressed. And somebody could have stabbed you in the back, or B, you stabbed somebody else in the back. Sometimes that happens. Okay, 5th house is, I don't even want to look now. 5th house is romance and creativity. Wahoo! Well, we didn't get a bad card. We got kind of a neutral card. This is a King of Swords. Swords is all about communication, contracts, conversation, those kinds of things. So, 5th house. I'm going to put a modifier on it so we get more information about that. Oh, we got the Queen of Wands. So, okay, we have a brainiac and a person who's good at business. Hang on. Oh, Honey Bunch. Now look at here. Right in whatever misery is undergoing at your house, I am sorry. However, the very next cards are romance and creativity. What do we have? A man, a woman, and happiness. So it's probably safe to assume that your romance is going well. However, there's some disappointing situations at the house. It just could be the kids. Or it could be you need a new house. Or it could be the roof is falling. You need a new roof. You need a new water system. Those kinds of things. That could make you feel really depressed because all that costs money. But in your romance department, if you live with a spouse that you like, this is going pretty good in spite of this. Now, if the worry is not connected to your romance, then you don't live with this person. But your home is still, undergoing some unhappy changes. Okay? Okay, 6th house is work and health. Woohoo! Yay. Now, work and health. And we got a chariot here. When it comes to work in this particular house, the work has to do with mundane daily activities. You check up, you responded to your emails, you called back all the people that called you, you reported on the blah, blah, and this is a good card. If it's got to do with your health, same thing. Your health, if you had a scare in the past, then it has subsided, if not completely cured. Now, this indicates, among other things, a choice. And if you will note, every chariot card in a standard deck has a chariot card and a person in the chariot, but the person is never holding on the reins. So really the horses are in charge. Okay? This horse wants to go that way, and this horse wants to go that way. Now, if you don't put down that harp and grab those reins, then these horses are going to do what they want. So whatever's going on in your 6th house, it requires your attention and it requires your deliberate movements in a direction you want to go in. If that ends up being a dead end, well, then go the other way. Because you know what you want to do, but it might not be the prescribed treatment. Let's just say that. I'm not necessarily referring to a disease or even a work performance, but if you don't grab the reins and, nudge them along,
No.
you just need you don't need to yank people around. But you can subtly suggest improvements or subtly suggest changes. And that subtlety might work way better than a hammer. Okay? So, pay attention to who needs a little nudging. And it might even be you. Okay, so 6th house is work and health. Or, okay, I'm going to further confuse you. It also could be, because this is work and health, that somebody has in mind for you a change in your job description or a promotion or a lateral move. And you may have the opportunity to decide which opportunity you would like to take. Or if there's only one offer, then decide you want to take it or you don't. Okay? Did you get that? Okay. 7th house, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Marriage partnership. Marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Okay, what this tells me is you just want the heck out of some kind of partnership. You just don't think you can deal with it anymore. And might have a lot to do with these chariots here. That chariot, because it's giving you an opportunity to bail. Now, this guy is sneaking over the fence. That doesn't look good in your marriage house.
Yeah.
And what's behind the picture, the preface to the picture, I guess, is that he's been in a battle and he has gone back to collect the weapons of the enemy. And he wants to take them back, but he's not necessarily taking them back to he's got a sinister look on his face. So he might just go AWOL with these things. You want to go AWOL in a partnership. Does that describe anything you can latch onto? Let's see how that goes. Okay, 8th house is money from other people. Money from, yeah. Okay, what this is, does this look good? Actually, I promise you, your house is not going to catch on fire. Your house is not going to be struck by lightning, and you are not going to jump out the window. I promise you that is not going to happen. But there is going to be a kerfuffle. There's going to be a kerfuffle, and there's going to be a little bit of a shock-ish, but not drastic. Although it will be a kerfuffle, because it can be degrees of kerfuffle, you know. So what do we do about this? This is 8th house of money from other people. So listen to that. Oh, okay, money from other people means income tax checks, inheritance checks, insurance checks, and lawsuit checks. So let's just say this. If you believed that you were in for a share of a inheritance, your belief may be true, but the size of your inheritance may be diluted. Let's put it that way. And that's not going to make you happy. So you might be a big shock from that. And if it is to do with, the ability to overcome your anger, it's going to take you a little bit longer to get over that. So let's just put this down and let you know that money from other people, if you thought you were going to get some, any which way, a lawsuit, an inheritance check, an insurance check, it's not necessarily going to come down in as big a favor as you would have thought. Okay? Now we got 9th house, philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Now the Hanged Man represents a depiction of the god Odin, who's a Norse god, and he made some mistakes in his life, and he knew he needed to improve his performance in the ruling of other people. So he wanted to look at the world at a different angle. So guess what? He plucked out his own eye. And then he turned himself upside down in a tree and hang himself upside down in a tree for 9 days. Because you look at the world upside down and you get a different view, a whole different angle, things you never noticed before because now they're upside down. So, and because this card is right next to this card, it makes me think this is going to cause you to have a review of your life and how things got to be the way they are. And knowing, even if it's a painful message, is better than not knowing. Knowing is better than not knowing. So be kind to yourself And remember, this man is he's looking for wisdom. He's looking for kindness. He's looking for ways to improve his performance on this planet. Theoretically, he was on the planet once upon a time. So be brave. Be brave. You might find out things you didn't want to know. Okay, 10th house is your career. No, right? Yeah. Oh, look at this card. No, I have to cover this up because YouTube doesn't like it when they see naked body parts. So these are the Lovers. Well, something about your job is A, you love it. B, your boss loves you. C, your coworkers love you. It's a good fit. Now this is not the card I would have expected after those two. So it looks as though if there is a shining point in your life, it's your job. Thank God. God bless you. Now, what we do have, though, is the opposite of this. This is misery, isn't it? But this is good, and they're opposites. Do they want to send you to another city and you don't want to go? If you don't want to go, this is your home. You want to. If they told you you're going to get transferred to Minneapolis, it's cold up there. So, however, if the actual situation is not what I have mentioned, well, it could be a romance. It could be. Because here's the Hanged Man next to it. And the Tower before that. They could be connected, but they don't have to be. So watch out for a kerfuffle. Watch out for collect wisdom. Let's just say that. And this is a card, the Lovers, that are, oh my goodness, that things are going good for you in your 10th house of career, according to this. Okay, 11th house is long-term plans. Wait a minute, did I forget something? 8th, 9th. Oh, sorry. 9th house also has to do with philosophy, religion, and travel, and higher education. So it might be that you're very interested in, but your plans for that activity for 2026 just crumbled. Or you might have come to the conclusion that it's not going to be possible in 2026. Okay? Now we got the 11th. That's 10. This is long-term plans and friends, and specifically friends from previous employers. Long-term plans, you're happy about. Okay, if this is a promotion or an attaboy or a move to a different city is considered a promotion, then you're happy about that. Because here's the next card that came up, and this card is representative of long-term plans and people you used to work with. So I think it's pretty obvious to me to think that your friends are going to be happy for you. Okay? That's about all I can think of right now. Okay. 12th house. When you go to sleep at night, you think about happy things. You think about the ways you want to help your kids, yourself, your wife, your friends. And because you like doing that, as a Taurus, your family members are important to you. Now, this is a kind of a card that but there's conflicts everywhere. But you must be pretty good at handling them because generally speaking, Taurus people are logical and kind, and they're good at unraveling problems and reassembling them into an organized state. How about that? Is that good? All right. Well, I hope that's helpful. Thank you very much for listening. This is Twisted Granny Tarot. I hope you have a good life, and I hope you come back and see me next month, okay? Love you, mean it. Bye.